Hello, hello. Paul and Eric are having convos. Steve was here earlier. Don't know if he still is. Something about an air conditioner. Busy day. Eric's in the future, and Paul's air conditioner is bunked out. All right. Okay. Now we're all caught up. Oh, live chat. Live chat. Uh-huh. All right. Now we're caught up, and I guess that's it. I'm gonna make some food. I'm gonna make like the healthiest of dinners. Peckerwood's here. Fearsome's here. Benell thinks he's first for some reason. Got the jet fixed today. New belt and bearings installed. Cleaning all the rust off it. Sweet. Now you can sell it. Make some money. I'm gonna eat a pound of bacon. Cheap, garbage bacon. I'm gonna eat it. Because I just want to eat a whole ton. I want to eat a whole bunch of bacon, and I'm gonna. Because I'm a grown ass man, and I can eat a whole pound of bacon if I want. I can have pie for breakfast. I'm gonna make my own decisions. I don't have to finish my vegetables in order to have dessert. I'm grown up. Kinda, in some ways. Four more minutes and the wings will be done, Eric says. Eric's having wings. I'm having bacon. Do you have a Mexican Coke to go with the bacon? I do. I saved my Mexican Coke for tonight to go with my bacon. Picked up a nice set of Forstner bits cheap in a moving sale. There you go. Right on. Gonna grow, just not up. I don't think I'm gonna grow any more vertically. But I'm gonna eat a pound of bacon. Probably. I'm gonna start it cooking. There's enough of us here that we can start. Well, let's get a pound of bacon rocking in the pan. It's like cheap garbage bacon. So like when you cook cheap garbage bacon, it dissolves, like it's mostly fat and it like dissolves into nothing. So it's this cheap garbage no-name bacon that's like, it just shrivels up into almost nothing in terms of like the amount of food you get. You pretty much have to eat the whole pound of bacon. In order to get like enough bacon. It's just pure garbage. I mean, but, you know, good bacon is expensive. Cheap bacon is cheap. And sometimes you just don't have you either don't have or you can't talk yourself into spending the money on the good bacon. So you buy the cheap one. And this was even cheaper because it was on sale. I think I paid $4 for this whole pound of bacon. And we're gonna make it better. Well, we're not gonna make the quality of the bacon any better. But we're going to hit it with a little bit of stuff. We'll hit it with some garlic. And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of cayenne. Not a ton. Just add a little bit of bite. Get that going. There we go. Bacon's on. Like might have to send some with each box. You can send me all the Mexican Cokes. Yeah, I'm happy to receive those. BLT sounds good. No, you wrecked good bacon that way. You don't have the bacon for good bacon. I do so. Tell me. Gretchen's here. Just got back from traveling to Fredericksburg, Virginia. And I'm tired. I'm off to sleep. Boo! You hang out. Garlic and bacon? Yeah. For whatever reason, they changed the Vice to be made cheaper. The one I got was mailed from warehouse. Store had older, much nicer ones. What? Vice? You can't just... Oh, wait. Went to a Rockler parking lot garage sale today. Okay, there we go. Finally bought a person-made object marking knife. Exchanged self-centering drill vise. Person-made object marking knife? I've never heard of person-made object, but I like that name for a company. I want something made by person-made object company. There's a bird outside mimicking a siren. I believe you. Matt, Paul wants to know where you are. Twin Cities. He's in Minnetonka. Winnesota area. Oh, it's bubbling. The bacon's going. Oh. How's everybody's week? Did everybody watch today's video? It was a good one. I thought it was a good one. Who all watched Mike's video today and wondered when he'd cut the cord on his chainsaw? Nah. Nope. Didn't. Oh, I was gonna... Oh, maybe I did. I was gonna say I was gonna put the link to the chainsaw video in that part. I think I might have. Saw the video today, several comments about using the maple to make a shop stool. Yeah, because people don't know what's funny. The chainsaw surprised you? Did you not watch the chainsaw video? There's a whole video about that chainsaw. Like, not that long ago. The maple video was good. Lots of good chunks. Lots of good chunks. The maple rack is now full. And I've got some turning blank type stuff and a couple of bowl blanks and a fair bit of firewood. So I appreciated the sweat you put into getting the wood sorted. I mean, it wasn't, thankfully it wasn't that hot, but yeah. Unlike you, Mikey B looks Canadian. It doesn't even make sense. I enjoyed the 2 mics, 1 maple vid. Yep, that's what it was, kind of. He was only in half of it. And only parts of that half. What's with the giant board leaning behind you? Marvo! It's not even really wood. It's a big piece of MDF. And it's there because it was on sale. I was at the Home Depot, and they had, in their center rack where they have like discount stuff, or their center of the wood aisle, where they have either like discount stuff or like this shit is so terrible we can barely sell it type stuff, that they're blowing out the boards that are like especially bad. There was this stack of 5/8 MDF, 8 foot long, 16 wide MDF for like $8 each. And I was like, I can make a use out of that for $8. 16 wide, 8 feet long, 5/8 MDF for $8. Yep. So I got one, and I'm going to make guitar templates out of it. The cull rack is one of the racks that's in that section, yes. Yeah. He was in the part of the video that I gave a thumbs up to. I'm glad. Sean McGill's here. Previously wet and returned MDF. It's pretty okay. I think maybe it was miscuts. Like maybe they were supposed to be 12 and they were all cut to 16 or something, and so they were like, whoops. I don't know. The cull rack at my nearest Home Depot is sad. Ours usually is too. Everything's stacked, so to do anything you'd have to move 40 things to get. They're usually pretty good at separating types of things into different. They put them on the little push cart things in the middle. And they're usually relatively well organized. It's just never anything that you would want to pay any dollars for. Like, it's the stuff that Buddy smashed with the forklift, or like it fell off the truck into a puddle of concrete, or just like it's usually pretty bad. But this stack was just sitting there, and I looked at it, I was like, $8? Yep. I'll take one on the way by. I'll get like probably 3 full sets of guitar templates out of it. Take the new Telecaster templates from Paul, and I'll make a batch of those on there. And then I'll do another set of the Dawn templates, and I'll do another set of the minis. And maybe might get Sean's bass templates out of that too. Today I learned that wood places have an impulse aisle. It's not an impulse aisle, it's we wrecked this stuff. So it's like a discount aisle. And it's just the middle of another aisle. But yeah, you don't generally want anything from there. Unless you want to pay, like, it's like if you get a 2x4 that's like especially bad, and you've got something that only needs like 14-inch bits, and you can get relatively flat 14-inch bits out of that 2x4. You just can't get anything more than that that's flat. It's like that kind of stuff. Or like, I'll buy this half sheet of 3/4-inch plywood that I can only use a quarter of for less than buying a quarter sheet. The dent and warped section. Yeah, it got hit with the forklift, or it fell off the truck, or it dried really badly, or I think, like I said, I think these were probably miscuts, but there was a stack of 16-inch. I don't know why they would have cut to 16, but they did. Training the new guy on the panel saw, maybe, and they needed some stuff for him to cut to become trained on the panel saw. I don't know. I have almost enough pieces of wood to make the big bowl for my sister-in-law. Well, almost enough is good, I guess. You get a couple more. And cheesy wheezy. LJ Woodworks. Look at this. We got a good turnout tonight. I made some Christmas router bowls from the 2-foot cutoffs at the wood place. Yeah. I made some of those. I made a couple of those. I made little snowmans. I still have the template for them. I might make some for market this year. Yeah, just a big piece of like 2x10, I guess, probably, for the size that I made. And you router out the inside of it and then cut around it. Mikey B's here. Everybody was just talking about how you were the only reason to watch today's video, which was nice of them. Apparently you look Canadian. I don't know what that means really. Once bought a 16-quarter cherry mantle that was absolute spiral. Turn candlestick. Yeah. You get 16-quarter cherry that you can buy for cheap. Do that. Absolutely. Spin it on a lathe. Who cares? You're just making it round. It doesn't need to be flat. You're making it round. Needs more thumbs in here. That's a good point. I think you left the MDF in the scene because you knew I'd have to ask about it. No, it hasn't gotten cut down yet. I'm doing a market. I do at least one market every Christmas season. I'll punch you in the throat with a chainsaw. Yeah, it won't be running. Do you have any firewood? I have a little bit. I have a little bit of rotten, punky, live edge firewood. Stir my bacon. I was very red looking in that vid. Maybe that comes across as Canadian. I don't know. They're just talking. Is the cabinet basically done? What? Matt? The cabinet's been done for weeks, yo. It's up on the wall and everything. And is now all that firewood soaking wet? Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, it's been raining on it today, but whatever. It'll dry out. What's going on with bacon? I'm just cooking it, and I'm gonna eat it. Mike, you're an awesome buddy to Mike. It's true. He is a pretty good buddy. Bacon and ketchup sandwich. I have wraps, but I was thinking bacon, cheddar, ketchup sandwiches. My first round in university was basically I sustained myself on bacon, cheddar, ketchup sandwiches. It was one of the few things that I ate. Because bacon was cheap. You get a big block of cheddar, you get a loaf of bread, bacon, cheddar, ketchup sandwiches, like a couple times a day. So that's kind of what I'm thinking today. Except I've got wraps. Do bacon and cauliflower. I thought about getting some cauliflower, but then I remembered that that's stupid. So I didn't. Brad's Guitar Garage. Dave from Sydney, Australia. Sydney's on the right side. Sydney's on the good side. We get a few Australians in here. Eric Hubakabaka is from Australia, and I think Keel? No. There's a few Australians. Cheesy Weezy might be Australian. Peckerwood's Australian. Sometimes Jack shows up. He's Australian. Sometimes the Scotty fam shows up. One of the other Scotties, or Scotty or Kyla, show up. My shop projects are glacial paced. Currently feeling optimistic about the disaster zone after moving half of the garage around. Optimistic is good. Thanks for demoting me from awesome to pretty okay. Pretty okay is like, it's pretty, like, it's better than meh. Jake, another new name, I think. How you doing, my friend? Keeltronics is Southern Illinois. That's the bad part of Illinois. Everybody knows that the north part of Illinois is better. I don't know. I don't even know that. I just felt like, yeah. And the only reason I say that the right side of Australia is better is because the left side of Canada is better. So it just makes sense that the right side of Australia would be better. And also Jax is on the left side, and I like making fun of him. So the Perth side is the shit side. And Scotty is in Brisbane, and I don't remember where Peckerwood is. And I don't remember where I'm forgetting names. Eric Habakabaka is on the right side as well. I just don't remember where. I think he might be in Brisbane also. I'm claiming Brussels sprouts, bacon, and onions is the best. Well, you can hold the Brussels sprouts and the onion. I could go for some onion, but it would have to be cooked way down. West of Brisbane in Amberley. And Eric is northwest of Brisbane in Wamaran. Oh, hell no. Northern Illinois is the bad part. Let's... Mike, did you see Robin Lee's open letter? I did not. It's an email or a click. All of the emails, I'm a Gmail person, and so Gmail splits. I don't know if you guys are Gmail people, but Gmail splits things into tabs. And there's like, so your main tab, and then there's promotions, and then there's socials or something. And any like email blast that goes out to me and a bunch of other people goes into promotions, and I just don't go there and look. Which, I mean, is probably fine, honestly. What's he talking about? State with the highest murder rate per capita is Mississippi. Well, yeah, because what else are you going to do? Probably fucking boring there. You just like got to keep yourself busy, so you just murder. There's a state of returning to some normalcy. Prices are settled out for now. Oh, okay. Unless they're sending them to the States, and then they got to charge a ton of extra money. Like, who was it? What, I think Matt. Wasn't it Matt that wanted to buy like a calendar and a couple of trees and some other stuff? He's gonna end up having to pay double just to get it because, yeah. So maybe we'll hold off for a bit, Matt. I don't know. Keep forgetting to look at the other two folders. Yeah, because why? Like, I know there's probably stuff in there that might be important or worth a read, but I'm not going to go look. Oh, you guys get stuck? Hold on. Nope, you're just not talking. That's fine. Don't. I'll just sit here by myself. Talk. I want to go see. I'm going to see if I can find a night where I can go by myself to the movies. Because I want to see The Long Walk. And nobody else, I don't think, in my house wants to see that. And I only want to see it because it's my favorite, I guess, Stephen King, I guess. You might as well say it's Stephen King. It was Richard Bachman, but it was Stephen King. So, and it's my favorite Bachman story. Trying to stay awake. Lots of work today. And you're old and decrepit, so lots of work probably wears you out. Are you on live chat? I am on live chat. If you haven't seen Superman, I haven't. It's on Crave. I don't know if I have Crave. I have to check with wife. Take Mikey B to the movies. Mike, you want to go see? You want to go on a man date? We'll go and watch Long Walk. Is he eating cottage cheese and pineapple? See, that's why people say that Southern Illinois is the worst one, because the people there say stuff like that. It was a short message, mostly about how they're more flexible, but the things we cannot get staying that way because EU shipping is broken. DHL no longer shipping to US unless you pay deluxe. Yeah, the shipping to the US right now is shit, basically. All right, bacon's getting close. A few more minutes on bacon. Pretty much near the fence. The fence of, hold on. Oh, the base? You got Air Force base and you're right beside the fence? That would suck. Pineapple with cottage cheese is delicious. You know what, Marv? You'd go move to Southern Illinois if you're going to say that kind of shit. Only people in Southern Illinois and the interior of the Caribou region of British Columbia, the worst of the regions of British Columbia. No, not true. The worst region in British Columbia is the Peace region, which is ironic because it's got the best name. Southern Illinois is God's country. Hurts my body to go sit at movies for as much as it costs. That's why we go to the Courtney. We don't go to the one here. Don't go to the one here. We'll go down to the Courtney movie theater and we watch it in the big recliner seats. The big fancy like powered recliner things, and you got extra room and space and leg room, and you can be fully reclined and people can still walk by without you having to like move your feet. And they're cushy. And well, there's never any lineups at the movies when I go down to Courtney either, because I don't go the first little while. I wait for it to probably be leaving next week. That's when I go to the movies. I've heard Vancouver referred to as the cocaine capital from someone that moved there. Well, Vancouver's a pretty big place too. There's good and bad places in Vancouver, and there's good and bad places on like any street, you know. There's good things and bad things, and good people and bad people everywhere you go. I'm gonna have a bacon and cheese wrap. That's all it's gonna be too. I could fry an egg up and toss it in there. Unnecessary. Don't need to keep up with the newest movie. Yeah, like I said, we go to the movie theater maybe 3 or 4 times a year. We go down to Courtney where it's comfy and cushy. And yeah, not very often. I am afraid of where this particular one, I don't know where it's going to go once it releases after the theater. And if my luck, it'll go to like HBO Max or some bullshit that I won't get to watch. ER back and popping. Try again. The wings were great. I made homemade chili barbecue sauce. Lips still tingling. Nice. Should have made cauliflower wings or whatever the shit people were talking about last week. I felt more safe in London and Toronto than Vancouver, but I'm 6'2" and I look like I live in a mosh pit at all times. Twin Cities and Chicago are normal to me. But where were you in Vancouver? And where were you in Toronto? Toronto, the couple of times that I've been in Toronto, like downtown Toronto, I was very overwhelming. And I mean, downtown Vancouver does the same to me, sort of, but not to the same extent. When I was in downtown Toronto, I just felt like everybody was just in a really big hurry and felt like they were very important. And I was like you're not that important. I don't know why you think that, but and not all of you. Like maybe a couple of you, but like as a group, individually, no. And just so in a hurry. Like I gotta be somewhere else than where I am right now. Like always. I'm like, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal has that. Everyone has somewhere to be. Yeah, everybody always just feels like they want to be somewhere else and are on their way there. And they're important. And wherever that is more important than where they are right now too. Like I don't know. All over, went shopping mostly around the warehouse areas where Princess Auto and the highway swinging north. Crisscrossed a bit, went to a Subway. That description of an area of Vancouver is fantastic. There were warehouses and a Princess Auto, and there was a highway swinging north, and I went to a Subway and saw apartment towers. How close were you to Lee Valley? Which one? Okay, we're getting there. We're getting close. Right at the edge of Crispy. Right on the edge. Right on the edge of Crispy. That Toronto reenactment gave me hives. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Need to move to a more quiet, laid-back area. It's one of the things that I like about here. Crisscrossed to a few places. The big apartments, they're like wild big. Went to the North Lee Valley. Okay. So that's the Northern Lee Valley, the one that you're talking about, is probably the one that's in that warehousey area. with the highway that swings. And that's where the Ripple Rock Casino, I think, is right there. That's where I got my smoke shave. There is a casino. I don't know if it's Ripple Rock, but there is a fairly big casino resort type place right down in there. The other one, I think, the other Lee Valley in the Vancouver area, I believe, is on Marine Drive, which is sort of on the way to the other big casino, like that's Ripple Rock. No, I don't know. I'm not a big casino guy, so. Wanted to get to the ocean coast, but didn't. The ocean coast? Saw plenty of Seattle coast. That's the same coast. I mean, technically, the coast of Vancouver is the same coast as the Seattle coast. So might be where there's a Princess Auto down on there too. Yeah, and there's a big Fabric Land warehouse type place. Yeah, I think I know where you're talking about. Okay, let's have a look at our bacon situation here. We're right at the edge of crispy. I'm going to do a transfer to a little pan. Get rid of a bunch of the grease out of there. You know, that can go over here, I guess. Go. We'll go. We got. Oh, I guess I'm still doing Tex-Mex, but whatever. Let's do. I don't care for people who don't like ketchup. That's what I feel like tonight. I feel like going back to my university days and having ketchup, bacon, cheese sandwiches, except I'm having them in wrap form. It adds a little bit of sweetness to it. I added a little bit of spiciness to it when they were cooking. And it's not going to be exactly the same as back in university, but should be fairly balanced with this saltiness, sweetness, spiciness. Actually, toss this guy back on top of it so it melts better. What do you mean? What do you mean with the Tim? The fjords and cliffs of North Vancouver were really awesome to me. Let's see. Yeah, BC is pretty, man. Never had a bacon cheese wrap. Well, I usually do it on sandwich, but I got tortillas, so I'm gonna do it as a wrap. Oh, you know what I should do? I'm gonna wipe out this pan. Sop that all up. Most of it. And then once they're in their wraps, I can pop them back on there and seal them. How does the bacon and Paul Sellers oil in a can work? What? What does that even mean? The bacon and Paul Sellers oil in a can work. I don't know what you're talking about. Does Paul Sellers have a product called oil in a can? Yeah, being goofy. Okay, good. Because I was like, I don't get it. Paul Sellers has this oil in a can thing where he puts oily rags in a can and uses it as a lubricant for his tools. Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's all coming together, I guess. I don't know. All right. There it is. We'll go about half of that in this one. Good. Okay. Another half of it in this one. These are going to be good. And super healthy. Like, if you guys want a super healthy meal that's very, very good for you, this is your answer. Pound of bacon. All you need, it's like just a couple of ingredients. Pound of bacon, a bunch of shredded cheese, and some ketchup and some wraps. Some people are appalled at the oil on the bottom of hand planes. Why? That's lubricant. Do they get mad at wax on the bottom of hand planes? Wife said to put in an order of two of those for her. Well, because she can eat actual real food in like a proper amount. Set your other pan on top to weight down to get a good clear. Not sure if I want what you have or if I want this potato leek soup. Are you seriously trying to compare bacon cheddar wraps to potato leek soup? I mean, sometimes you want soup. Yeah, sure. But come on. Get a good crust. It'll be fine. I don't even need to do this part. Try these wraps with chipotle mayo. Oh yeah, chipotle mayo would have been good. But I just kind of wanted to, like, remember the back in the day, like the cheap garbage bacon and the shredded cheddar and ketchup. That's it. Like, I lived almost a whole year of my life with that as the main staple of my diet. And I kind of wanted to just taste that again, even though it's not going to be exactly the same. She said yes, she can. Well, good. She has to eat more than half of your damn food all the time. Because your broken guts and your robot parts. Potato leek soup is almost as good as pineapple with cottage cheese. I like a good potato bacon soup, and sometimes it has some leek in it. I think I've had a good potato leek soup, honestly, but it had bacon in it, and probably cheddar. Potato bacon cheddar soup with some onion in there. It's like, basically it's like a a fully loaded baked potato, like in the form of a soup. That's pretty good. Be right back. Gonna go change something. Like the oil in your knee. Next time I'll ask my wife to make it with bacon. It'll be better. Just saying. You let her know. Just Mike says it'll be better if there's some bacon in it. But I really like this one, hon. But like, maybe some bacon would be good next time. But Mike said. I didn't say. Mike said. I'll take the hit on that. I had all my blood work done, all excellent except for my kidney function. Doc took me off the long-term medication I'd been on for gout. Should help. Hey, right on. You know what you should do? Eat a pound of bacon to celebrate. To celebrate the good doctor's visit. Should just cook up a pound of cheap garbage bacon. Like the no-name stuff, the really cheap stuff that you get on sale for like $3.49. Just cover it in shredded cheese. Just celebrate, you know? You go back in a couple of days, he's like, never mind. Never mind. I take it back. Marv, I'm dealing with health issues myself. They can't figure out what's wrong. I remember that you were saying that they're like, I don't know. High sodium, high phosphorus, high protein processed meat is kind of hard on the kidneys. Well, yeah, it keeps them healthy because it gets exercise. You don't want your organs to not have to do work. Right? That's just science. That's why, like, my liver is probably very unhappy with me since I stopped drinking. Because now it's like fucking bored. It's like, what am I supposed to do, yo? He's just sitting there playing phone games or something. Like, my liver's just playing Candy Crush or whatever, just like waiting for something to do. Now get this mental picture of my liver like playing phone games because he's bored. Could read a book. Yeah, maybe he's down there reading a book. Maybe. These are gonna be good. They're done. I flipped them, but I just want to eat them. This good looking wrap right there. Oh, it's hot. Ugh. Yeah. Bacon cheddar wrap. Well, bacon cheddar matzo jack, I think. Or something like that. Okay. With the high test, the official, like the good stuff, we're going full on healthy tonight. We're doing the full sugar glass bottle Mexican Coke, courtesy of my friend Paul Waldrop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Significantly better than the bacon cheddar sandwiches that I was eating in university. Because I didn't used to do the spices. And This is like a wrap. It's like I did toast before, but this is, if you're gonna buy cheap, crappy garbage bacon, do something good with it. Like make it better. Remember like a couple weeks ago where I took that garbage steak and made it into something better? That is exactly what I wanted to put in my mouth. Bacon, cheese, and ketchup. And you don't have to like it. Okay? You can have your leek soup or your chicken wings or your cauliflower, broccoli, whatever's. It's hard to tell a guy who looks that happy that he's not eating healthy. Well, clearly it isn't that difficult to do exactly that, Marv. He was on blood pressure med and insulin. 2 of the meds he was able to drop within 3 months of starting the diet. Missed something. Oh, friend switched to carnivore diet. Way overweight and on a list of meds. He's lost 125 pounds and off all of his meds. On carnivore, hey? Wow. Now I have to buy some bacon. You go do it, man. It's good. Penel, I don't know what twist means. You and your millennial abbreviations. It's funny. I remember just right now. I remembered one time I sent Penel a message, and because I was on Reddit. I was new on Reddit, and I was like, I don't know what this acronym means, and I'm too afraid to ask somebody. But everybody's using this acronym, and I don't know what it means. I mean, at this point, I don't remember what it was, but Hank Green recently posted an excellent video about misinformation with respect to ivermectin as in COVID. Hank Green sounds great. That's what she said. Twist this. Okay. Nobody uses that. Don't act like that's a common, like. Mm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Grandpa, I forgot. I need to spell these things out. I'm surprised you're still here. This thing's been on for more than like a minute. With your millennial attention span. It's horizontal and it's been going for a while. Like, how are you okay? Come on, Mike, get with the times. No! Sometimes we would be better off to not get with the times. I taped some cardboard to the sides of my monitor so it looks vertical. There you go. That's good. And then you just got this little mini sliver. Now all you need is some other person's little head down in the bottom. do in reaction to this, because that's a thing that's important in the world. He could steal this and then use this as the content, and then he could just do stuff down in the bottom corner. And the people that go to his funeral will laugh and laugh. Wow. That was too hard. I went too hard too fast. Twist. That was like when I told Mike I was going to hit him and punch him in the throat with a chainsaw. That was just like, I just went too hard too fast. Twist. See how stupid it sounds? Do you see? Mike, I agree. I believe a lot of things. Some never become popular. Honey on crumpet. Yeah, that sounds good too. Now I want bacon. Fair enough. Reaction person creator seems as valid as any other kind. Disagree. Reaction person creator is just using other people's creations. It's like people that make music by sampling. Like, and it's even worse than that, because at least they're taking it and making it into something new. You're not making it into something new by being down in the bottom corner and being like, oh, no, and whatever it is that they're doing down in there. I don't know why he was going, but you know what I mean. DJ is not a musician. I said it. There is some musicianship to some aspects of DJing. Who pronounces acronyms like that? It's because it's not an acronym. In fact, I believe acronyms are only acronyms if they can be pronounced. So, like the FCC is actually not an acronym. There's a different word for it. It's only an acronym if, like NASA. My buddy Marv is about to look it up. What if the person's name is DJ? If DJ is an actual musician, not doing DJing, I'd go eat some bacon. Don't worry about it. No, it's not an abbreviation. An abbreviation is just when you make something just the short version of it. If you take the first letter of each of the word in a thing and you put it together, it only is considered an acronym if you pronounce it that way. If you pronounce it like it's like the CIA. CIA is not an acronym. It would be an acronym if they were called CIA, right? Or the FCC would be an acronym if it was pronounced FK. It's like an initialism, or it's like it's something. If you just say each of the first letters and you just pronounce the letters themselves, it's not an acronym. It's like, I think it's like an initialism or something. Initialism. Yeah, Matt's got it. I'm here to learn. Realized I have an old Nest thermostat that did work. Hooking it up to see if I can get AC back. This guy, Mike the reporter, with his wordsmith skills. It's not wordsmithing. I didn't create these words. I didn't smith them. I'm just using them properly. An acronym is an abbreviation formed using the initial letters of a multi-word name or phrase. Acronyms are often spelled with the initial letter of each word in all caps with no punctuation. Okay, well, that's using the term abbreviation as in to shorten a thing. But I wouldn't consider it an abbreviation. It's abbreviating those words into a shorter word. It's not an abbreviation. Well, okay, I mean, I guess words are funny. Speaking of thermo stuff, there's 1 Celsius here this morning. It is the time of year. It has begun where Mike leaves his hoodie at work. That's this time of year. It's hoodie in the morning. It's still shorts, but it's put the hoodie on because there's a little edge. Get to work, start working, take the hoodie off. Then at the end of the day, there's no need for hoodie because there's no edge. So the hoodie lives at work. And now eventually you get 4 or 5 hoodies at work, and then until you remember to bring them home. What else would an abbreviation be besides a shortened word? Your face would be, it's going to be abbreviated here in a second. What? Took vocab 1, 2, and 3 in college. That's another thing. There's another thing. Another beef. Old man shakes fist. Except this one isn't old man. This one is the rest of the world versus the United States. Did you actually go to college? Or did you go to a university? I don't understand why when Americans go off to university, they call it going to college. Colleges and universities are different things. But if you go to the University of Nebraska, you still call it going to college, which is stupid because you're not going to college, you're going to university. But you know what I mean, right? If you're going to university, call it going to university. Don't call it going to college. Going to college is 2 different things. You're like, be right back. Gorgeous light outside. Okay, Marv's got to go catch the gorgeous light with his camera lenses. because the name of my college had college in it. Then that's why I asked if you went to college or if you went to university. But you know I'm right. The people who go to Minnesota University or the University of Minnesota and they are Golden Gophers, they say that they were at college. When they come home for the summer, they came home from college, didn't they? No, they didn't. They came home from university. Went to Wisconsin Indian Head Technical College. Yes, you did go to college. You did. But the people who went to Minnesota University and became Golden Gophers, they say that they went to college. They did not. They went to university. You go to college till you get your 4-year degree. No, if you get a 4-year degree from a university, you went to university. Then you're going to university to get your upper degrees. No! You're going. Wisconsin here. Hey, 7:15. We got another. Yeah, technically, the name of that region is Winnesota or Minnesconsin. We have compartmentalized regions. What's my thoughts on cheese? I added a whole bunch of cheese to my dinner tonight because cheese is the best. University of Minnesota, and I'm sure others, span so far across state too. There's probably a University of Minnesota in Akron, Ohio. Like there's the University of Minnesota campus. They're like, in fact, I know there's a University of Miami in Ohio. Because they're big enough to even have a football team. Like a D1 football team. Got my 4-year degree from a college, not a university. Then you also went to college. But you understand my point, right? That the people who go to university to study and further their education, they say that they're going to college or that they went to college. They did not. This burrito thing makes me happy. Colleges primarily focus on undergraduate degrees and may offer specialized professional training. Yeah. The University of King's College. Oh, see, that one messes up the whole system, Pinnell. Public Liberal Arts University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, established in 1789, is the oldest chartered university in Canada. And it's also great and wonderful academic institution that anyone who works for should be proud of. And anyone who studies at should hang their in a place of pride. Universities offer both undergraduate and graduate degrees. I'm trying to think if Thompson Rivers University, where I graduated from, I guess it must have had a master's program in something, if they're calling it a university. The oldest English-speaking university in the Commonwealth outside of the United Kingdom. Oh, the King's University College of the Halifax, who everyone should take pride in if they have any sort of connection to. $7.15 Customs, you north-south Green Bay, Madison area. Well, yeah, because the whole region is only this big, so everything's the north-south Green Bay, Madison area. The whole damn block of Minnetonka is only like this big. There's Green Bay, and then there's St. Paul, and then there's La Crosse. Thompson Rivers University. Marv's got the deets. Master's programs in data science, education, business administration, environmental economics and management, nursing, human rights and social justice, environmental science. I think I knew about the Masters of Environmental Science. I think I knew that one. I didn't know they had a Masters of Nursing. I knew they had a good nursing program. Oh, we're going to make friends, you guys. We're going to use the show to make friends. Matt and 715 are in the same town and don't know each other. We're making friends. They're going to go hang out and become friends. And they're going to help each other with chainsawing things. And when they've got stuff that's too heavy, their buddy can come over and help them. Tickle Green Bay some more. It's right there. Marv, you're supposed to be taking pics, man. The sunset here is mind-bending, he says. Get the camera out, yo. What are you doing here? I quit drinking a month ago, and I've been focusing my time on cheese and wood. Those are two excellent things to focus on, my friend. Cheese and wood are both honorable pursuits. Where does 715 Customs live? It lives beside Matt. Apparently, they're like... It'd be funny if they were literally like neighbors. He's like, I live by the theater. He's like, me too. It says, what kind of projects do you work on? He's working on getting his garage in order so that he can get back to working on projects is what he's doing. He has made his garage into a shit show. And now he's trying to un-shit show his garage so that he can get back working in there. Wait, state. No, don't dox people on my show. We don't need to get into that much detail about where you guys live. You joke, but I played an MMO with a dude who lived 5 minutes away from me for years before we put it together. It doesn't surprise me at all. The world is a very big, very small, very big place. I live 20 minutes from Hudson, New York. It's a different Hudson. $714 Customs is Matt's significant other and just wants him to refill a water glass. Like, bring me a Fanta. I don't know why. I don't know why his significant other sounds like that. I don't know why I picked Fanta. And I don't know why. This is maybe the best pop on the planet. This is what pop should taste like. It's disappointing. A, that I don't think I can get it. And B, that if I could get it with frequency and regularity, I think I would drink too much of this. That would not go well. Like, I might as well go back to drinking if I was gonna. Guys, this was making me very happy. I met so many of my friends from WoW. That is an acronym. For Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't know why he didn't put the P on it, but went to Vegas with a group of 30 back in 06 or 07. When traveling, I met up, and it's cool. With your Wizards of Waverly Place club? I almost got through it again. It's all over the place here in Texas. Yeah, I imagine it would be. Just put it on the very long list of reasons that I don't want to live in Texas. Because I would drink the shit out of this. And alcohol. You're making me very hungry watching you eat. I'm almost done. This is all I got left. Blessed Carpenter. Hello. What up? Check out your videos after the stream. And come here and promote your channel. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hilarious if you guys are like literally like you go to the same grocery store and shit. Like you've probably like been behind, one of you's been behind the other one in the cashier lineup at, I don't know why I can't think of an American grocery store. I see you're still on the wagon. Good job. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, still is a relative term, but since April 28th, and then before that was August 10th of last year. So WoW Classic took place 20 years after original WoW. I wasn't that big a fan of the show. I know there's some teenagers and they're in high school, but they're also, it's like an American Harry Potter kind of situation. I think. I don't know. No, I just came to hang out. Oh no, I was talking about 715. And he's pulling traffic to his channel. As long as they go after the show, I don't care. Just don't go watch Matthias Wandel or fucking Stumpy Nubs. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. He's gonna start. We probably do. I go to Menards all the time. Yeah, you guys have literally like both been reaching for the same fucking bunch of bananas, and one of you got there first, and then the other one glared. What? Now they're glaring at each other over bananas? It can be a small world. In 2010, I flew to Montana on a mission trip. That's unfortunate. Into a small airport. Well, it would have to be. You were flying into Montana. When I walked off the plane, a customer of mine was walking off the other plane. I was in his house 2 days before. That's funny. I have seen people that I haven't seen for a really long time in weird places, like out in the wild. That, yeah. Don't put Stumpy Nub channel. Tim, you delete that. Oh, it accidentally took me there. I was trying to delete it. Somebody delete the Stumpy Nubs ad. If I try to click on it, it takes me to Stumpy Nubs and it messes up my stream. This is my first time on this stream. I love this place. Yeah, it's because we're rad. Who's your favorite YouTube wood turners? I like Carl. I like Carl Jacobson. I don't I watch some of Mike Walt's stuff. I'm hit and miss with Sean. Worth the effort. He can be okay, but he can grate on me a little bit. But he's a very good. When he's on, he's a really good instructor. Like when his like teaching videos are really good. I don't watch a lot of YouTube in general, though. What's my beef with Stumpy Nibs? Well, Stumpy Nibs, I don't have a beef with him as a person. Like he's taken the money. And I guess if anything, that's my beef with him. Is I've never seen him make anything. People trust the things that he says, and have never seen him even make anything to know if he's any good at this. And the things that his opinions are paid for. So, I mean, if you watch him under the understanding that his opinions are being paid for, And we don't know if he's any good at this. That's fine. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Okay. So that recipe again. 1 pound, an entire package of cheap garbage bacon. Cooked until right at the edge of crispy, but not quite there. Drain the fat, melt a ton of shredded cheese on it with some drizzle ketchup, melt a ton of cheddar cheese on it, and then wrap it up into wraps. At least Rob Kaufman backs up his opinions. It's true. And he's clearly, like, you can see, he makes things and is good at it. He actually uses his tools. We have seen him do it. Made a chisel sharpening jig from him yesterday, and then seen some how to crown molding with simple router jigs probably yesterday. From who? From Stumpy Nubs? You absolutely did not see him making anything. And that's not a thing he does. 1 pound of cheap bacon, 1 bag of Tex-Mex cheese, well, or any other shredded cheese. Your choice. A few squirts of chipotle mayo. Well, you do you. Chipotle mayo would have been a good addition. I used the ketchup, A, because it was like nostalgic to my university days. And B, it adds a little bit of sweet to offset the saltiness and the spice that I added during the cooking. So it was just mainly to balance things out. What's your thoughts on working with silver maple box elder? I don't believe I've ever worked with box elder. Silver maple is one of the softer maples, I believe. Probably similar to Western big leaf maple that I just did a video on breaking down a bunch of today. It's fine. If silver maple is one of the soft maples of that, if it's one of those side of things, they're good because their pores are tight, and twist this, and it's soft enough that your tools don't get stupid dull when you're working on them. You do need to be sharp, obviously, but pleasant to work with and not a hassle to work with. Hard maples can be kind of a piss off in some ways because they're just not too hard, but not as user friendly from workability perspective. The hand you see cutting things on Stumpy's hand model. Yeah, I probably is one of his little assistant guys. I also like he rubs me the wrong, like he feels like I don't know. When I used to drink, I would always say like I watch people who it feels like I would want to sit down and have a beer with. He does not feel like that kind of person. Like he has the charisma of a fucking wet piece of linguine, and it's like the person his personality just feels like just made up, and also not like if you're gonna invent a personality, like inject some personality into it. I guess I don't know. Tied maples, but never specifically silver. I think that is hard maple. Oh, well, if it's hard maple, then just flip everything I said. I thought silver maple was on the soft maple side. Who hires hand models for wood shop YouTube videos? Well, they're not really hand models. They're just like the people who actually make things, like that work for him or whatever. So sugar is hard and silver is soft then? I don't know. Like I could have them flipped. This is all just top of head. I want to say uh, Acer saccharinum is sugar maple. Saccharinum. And I feel like that's one of the hard maples. And then silver maple would be Acer something elseum. I don't know. We got researchers. You guys do some the Googles. Box elder is the weed tree that grows all around my area. I used it for making some primitive forts and whatnot. I want to make a medieval style cart with it because it's light enough. If it's light, it means it's not dense. And if it's not dense, it means it's not hard. The twist is this. And yeah, that should be fine. I mean, especially if it's going to be medieval style, like big, like with dents and stuff in it, if it's like a model type thing. Stumpy sells stuff a little too much. Yeah, because he's just being paid to say what the other people think, and are paying him to say. Like, don't come here to learn. Hey, you can come here and learn. Just don't do it on purpose. Don't make that your goal. True story, and this is going to be controversial. Dun dun dun. When Bob Vila was doing This Old House, it was usually Norm Abrams doing the woodworking, not Bob Vila. I don't think that that's controversial at all. I don't know if anybody thinks that Bob Vila was actually like a master craftsperson. Silver is softer. Searched. Put another mark on the board for this guy. Well, crapola. Old sense doesn't detect 24 volt. The thing isn't going to work. Gotta have home warranty stuff. There you go. Just had to deal with an emergency tech support ticket. What did I miss? A delicious burrito. And me being smart. I was getting things right over and over and over again. But I'm out of Mexican Coke. That was officially the end. Paul? Maybe there's somewhere here that sells it. There might, like, we got a few little sort of like boutique candy store might have a cooler full of like, that's the type of place, if you're gonna find this kind of thing here, that'll be the type of place that'll have it. And the same type of place that orders like one box of some kind of like British tart or something, and then Eco Woodcrafts, hello. Silver may be softer, but you can eat sugar. You can eat silver too. It's just not as good. I subbed to you with your stop drinking announcement video. A lot of people found me that way. That video went nuts. I was not ready for that to do what it did. I respected the authenticity. I got sober July 2nd, 2023. Drank 2/5 of 1800 tequila every day for the last 15 years. Yep. It's weird when we think about like how, and not necessarily why, because we know why, but yeah, the how is an interesting thing to think about. I think lately I absorbed Richard Raff. I still don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. I have a book of his, and I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. Talking about tool angles and use sharpening more than anyone. He talked slow enough and concise. How do you pronounce his name then? Costco sells a 24 case of Mexican Coca-Cola for $45. In the glass bottles? Because I will buy it. British tarts like Connie Booth. I see what you did there. You created a Mexican Coke addict. I don't think that I can quit anytime I want. It's just really good. Like, I think that's what pop should taste like. I will continue to drink my non-sugar pops because I shouldn't be just crushing sugar like I used to. But as a treat, Walmart sells a 4-pack of Mexican Cola. But is it Mexican Coca-Cola? Campbell River Walmart. The last bottles. There we go. $7.47. I can justify that because I would just have one a week. Penel, backsies. I see backsies, Penel. Raffan or Raffan. See, that doesn't help. Tomorrow, me and my son are making pine needle pop. It doesn't sound good. You and your son making pop sounds good. Pine needle pop doesn't sound good. I'm gonna be honest. Walmart sells it for. Oh, you backseed so that you could, right? Okay. Still buy a 4-pack at $7.47. I might too. Yeah, I might too. My whole bottle of Type Bond went bad. You want some? I have the bottom of a bottle right over there that I was just about to buy a new one. You can come get that if you want. Do you need it like right now? I got the bottom of a bottle of Type Bond 2 right here for you. I literally, it's just about to go buy a new bottle. I've got like, if you just, you come get it. You left it out in the shop and it froze, didn't you? Yeah, you don't use it often enough, and you left it out there over the winter and it froze. Bet that's how that went. Pine needle pop sounds like pine sol. That, see, I just think it would just taste like air, like pine. It might be good. I feel like it would need a lot of sugar to be good though. And then I feel like it wouldn't be pine needle pop as much as it would be just be a sugary. Why not pine needle? But you can drink birch and root beer from trees. I know, but I'm just saying, I just like the flavor of pine needles, I don't think is a good flavor. No, but thanks. Need about half one of those. What? You need like what? You need 500 mils of Type Bond? What are you doing? Yep, sure did. Left it out in the winter? Yeah. It's gonna be my first time making it. I saw a video and was curious. I'll update you on next week's stream. Okay. I have an almost full bottle of Type Bond 2 you can have. I use 3 most of the time. Yeah, except you're gonna send it to me? Remember what it cost the last time you sent me something? Like, cost you $80 and then it cost me another 30 something to go pick it up. So I've seen a video. I see, that's a pet peeve of mine too. I seen a video on pine needle pop. All I use is Type Bond 3. Look at me, all you fancy pantses over there. Just like, I only use Type Bond 3 because I like paying more than I need to for wood or for glue. You did nothing. Not everything needs to be completely waterproof, you guys, in terms of your glue seams. Marv's got a good point. Where are the other 18,000 subscribers? Right? Did it cost $110 to mail a hand plane? Yeah. I don't remember exactly. Tim, what did it cost on your end? Does it cost me more to go pick it up too? I remember it being a lot. What is the difference on different types of Type Bond? Well, there's Type Bond 1, which is the original classic one. There is Type Bond 2, which is sort of water resistant, I would say. Probably how it's classified. Oh, it actually literally says water resistant on it. And it has a different consistency. And then you go up to Type Bond 3 and it's waterproof. And it's more expensive. They get more expensive as you go up. And so, and they increase in waterproofosity. And they have different viscosities, and then they also have like a dark, and then they have a quick and thick, which is like it has a shorter open time and quicker set time. I use 2 because I feel like it's waterproof enough for just about everything, and then I only have to buy 1 glue. And I don't think I'm ever going to build something that I need to sink in water and still have it like for a long period of time. If I was making a boat, maybe, but it would probably be covered in fiberglass or something anyway. I don't know. Ask one of these guys why they have to use Type Bond 3 for whatever reason. I think they just want to spend more money so that they can say that they use Type Bond 3. $87. So $87, and then I think I paid another $36. $120 CAD plus 30 on Mike's end. So $150 just to mail it. Couldn't you just buy a new one for that? Probably, but it wouldn't be as good as that. Well, you wouldn't be able to buy one of that quality for $150. And that's wasteful. Well, just throw this one out and buy a new one because it's cheaper. That's what's got us into this mess. One of the messes. That's what got us into one of the many messes that we are in as a society. Panel? Type Bond 2 is not good enough for cutting board. What are you doing with your cutting board that it's not good enough? Why are you using your cutting board on the bottom of a pool? Why? Your cutting board, under what circumstances is your cutting board going to be wet enough? I disagree, sir. You use whatever glue you want to use. The plane mailing story reminds me of a comedy bit I saw. 2 logging trucks going in opposite directions on a highway. You'd think if they need logs there and over there, yep. Why do your guitars need to be glued water? See? Right? He's selling all those mermaids with Telecasters. I use Type Bond 3 because I only had to buy one glue. That's why I use Type Bond 2. Mike, you are still zoomed in. Your head is really big. Maybe you're zoomed in because I'm in the same place that I usually am. Am I usually like, maybe I'm just like sitting a little bit closer, but I feel like it's you. And you mailed it down. What did that cost? Significantly less. It cost at least 3 times more for him to mail it back to me than it did to mail it down to him. Now, I don't know if it would because of the since changes. Some tools deserve to be rebuilt. I just think, like, why throw it out? And it was a cool thing that we got to do together, kind of. We're going to do a video on refurbishing tools using that as the example. What's one of your favorite things you've made for your shop or your house? Really like your planer wall. I did a French cleat for my back wall after seeing yours. Favorite thing I've made for my shop is, I guess, the saw cabinet. That cabinet right there is probably the favorite thing that I've made for the shop. It's my first dovetails, my first frame and panel doors, my first half-blind dovetails on the drawers. It's my favorite thing that I've made for the shop because of how many firsts it had in it. Favorite thing I've made for my house is probably my kitchen table Or my coffee table. Maybe my coffee table because I designed it as opposed to making somebody else's design. Honestly, why buy different glues? Type Bond 1, 2, and 3 are all PVA glues. I don't know if that's accurate. I think one of them, in fact, is not a PVA glue. But that's just buy the most waterproof version and be done. Because you don't need to buy the most expensive one. If you're only going to buy one, I disagree. If you're only going to buy one and you never need the most expensive one, why would you buy that one? Do you have any curved hand planes on those shelves back there? No. No. You mean like concave? No. I have. This one's got a kink in it. Oh, that's a roundover. I guess technically that's curve. So this is a chamfer. This is like a roundover plane. It goes on the edge of a piece of wood, and then it's got a little roundover iron in it. So I guess it's curved. I don't think that counts. I don't, can't see the top of your head. Your head is slightly elongated. I just have a long pinch. Wait, you do look like you are pinch zoomed in. Well, then that's YouTube, because I don't even think I can do that. Oh, look, I can do that. Look at me. Whoa. What the shit? I can do stuff. What? Oh, that's terrible. Don't do that. You guys, I don't know what I've done. I'm fully out, though. I'm fully zoomed out. I didn't know I could do that. Now you can say the plane is worth $200 more than before. I guess, I mean, it's only worth what somebody will pay for it, so that does look beautiful. What does? It happened when you're trying to go to... Oh, yeah, maybe. Your face is a half-blind dovetail. Oh, that's okay. That was all right. His Stanley 5.5 is pretty nice. No real issues. Good wood and no bad castings. Yep. I love all of Mike's cabinet. Dartboard and the lathe tool ones. There's like 6 of them. Yeah, 1, 2, the whiskey cabinet that's now the spices cabinet. The saw cabinet. The new wall cabinet that I still haven't decided what goes in it. The lathe tool rack. The sharpening station. I guess, yeah, 6. It's not really a cabinet. It's kind of a cabinet. Gonna vomit now with all the camera action. Yeah, that was weird, eh? The one tool I would add to Mike's wall is good wooden bow saw. Yeah, I'm never gonna use it. Looked like Blair Witch for me. Yeah, that was messed up, right? When I was like, what is it doing? Why is it? Is Mikey B gonna be in the lathe fixing video as well? His hand is. You get a close up on the tattoo that he's got on the back of his hand. When was the last time you didn't have a beard and mustache? October 31st, 2016 or 17, one of those. I shaved for Halloween costume in either 2016 or 2017, and that was the last time. We need to put Mike B in the shop stool video. Speaking of punching people in the throat with a chainsaw. Hand model. Yeah, Mikey B was my hand model for that one. No, it's because he actually likes doing shit like that, like doing mechanically stuff, like in tool maintenance and fixing and stuff like that. Like he actually enjoys doing shit like that. So I had him over to do the work and I filmed it. I did a little bit, but he mainly did it. Speaking of hiring hand models for woodworking videos, you better pay up, sucker. You can have. Okay, we'll divide the revenue that video makes by the amount of time that each of us were involved in its production, and I will pay you that percentage of what that video makes. So get your piggy bank ready to hold them nickels. Cabinet next to the door with a door and multiple cubby shelves. It's really cool. I think Band-Aids and goggles in it. Oh, the new one. It doesn't have. It's got Band-Aids in it, but that's it. At this point, I still don't have. It's got Band-Aids and Tony's chocolate. Have you shown off your non-ticky lathe yet? No. Google Mike Davies camera mirror. Yeah, my old headshot at the newspaper is fairly tight, beardish. What do you look like without a beard and mustache? I'm fucking terrible. I look terrible, is what I look. Calm down, DJ. Right? You got a bow saw. No, I don't. I just don't. I don't have one because I don't think I would ever use it. Try to get a flat appearance fee, Mike Bennett. It'll be less. I mean, it might be less. It might be more. We don't know. Is if he's going to do like a percentage of the revenue from the video, then it might be more than I would just pay him, or it might be way less. I don't know. Sorry, all good. We're just kidding, DJ. It's all good. We're all friends here. Was thinking of a smaller cabinet, maybe 15 high and 10 wide, 8 deep. The new one is 22, 16, 8, 15, 10, 8. I don't have. That's not a thing. That maybe, actually, that might be the whiskey cabinet. Are you talking about? That might be 15. Yeah, that might be 50, 15, 10, 8. The whiskey cabinet that is now the spice box. That's probably, yeah. I got 3 free bow saws from Stillwater Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to Menards to get some blades for them. Okay. Oh, you guys gonna go hang out at Menards? Is that what you were you in? Were you were you inviting him to go shopping for bow saw blades at Menards with you? Because that'd be cute. Next to man door light switch. No. That's just a plywood box. What are you on about? The one with the blue painting on the front of it? That's the man door. That's the light switch. That's the just a plywood box. It doesn't have. It's got my hot glue gun and used to have safety goggles in it, but now I just kind of hang them everywhere in the shop. Doesn't matter. We'll get it figured out. Can we get a lathe demo? No, because I know what you're doing, and you're trying to get yourself bingo square. I will zoom in on my face again. Don't make me. I'm gonna have a cigarette. It's like 2 hours, over 2 hours in, and I haven't had a smoke yet. This is a good show, though. You guys are keeping this going today. It's good. Sometimes this show really piddles out with you guys not helping. I'm gonna have a smoke, but I'm still right here. Probably that. From here on video, it looks fancy. But didn't you say have cubbies and stuff? That's it's just a box. It's just a plywood box with a piece of plywood, like an edged piece of plywood as a door with like a piano hinge. Like that's the least cool of the cabinets in my shop. I'm out of here. iPad battery dieting. Your iPad battery's on a diet. All right. Can't keep my eyes open. It's because we're that exciting. Tomorrow, I want you to go buy a pack of cheap garbage bacon, and I want you to cook it and put some cheese on it and wrap it. I'm back. What did I miss? We're talking about the various kinds of cabinets in my shop. I don't know. How long were you gone? Oh, was that you going to Menards and back? I love proportions. Anything, whether it's remotely golden ratio or far from it, I enjoy. So you like all proportions? Because that's weird. There are some proportions that just look wrong, my friend. You shouldn't like them all. Bring something into reality and envisioning the size and proportions. Like, you want to talk about something that's proportioned wrong. The rails and stiles on this door. The size of this door, these rails and stiles are too thick. In my eyes, the proportions are wrong on the rails and stiles of this door. Versus, when you look at something like this, the rails and stiles are in proportion, I would say, on that door. Won't happen tomorrow, but I bet will Monday. Do it. I go to Menards, it's at least a half an hour. Well, that's why I was wondering. You're like, I'm back, and I didn't know where you went. Wait, Mike, how much do you know about Menards, the promised land that it is, the wonders it contains? Isn't it your guys' like shitty Walmart? Or I don't know very much about it. I thought it was just like kind of a It's like a combination of like Walmart and Home Depot, but smaller than either of them. Or am I thinking of a different place? Rails and styles proportions. Spelled styles wrong, Marv. And I want you to be upset about it because I know that you are. Are like making a photograph balanced. It's about visual weight. It's exactly right. It's all aesthetic. It does like the structural integrity of the rails and styles is fine. The aesthetic, not so much. Did not say I like bad proportions. I like very different proportions. Well, you kind of said that you like Fleet Farm, but for craftsmen. I don't know what Fleet Farm is either, so that's not really going to help. Did you sort out your 220 volt power yet? Nope. Because I'm not in a hurry to do that. There's no point in sorting out my 220 until I have something that needs it to run. Most of the US looks at Menards as that other lumberyard. I thought that was Lowe's. I thought it was like Home Depot, and then it's like, and then also Lowe's is like that other like home store. Menards is a Home Depot in size, has all the home building supplies like doors, windows, lumber. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's like a Home Depot. Why you need? All right. So what's the difference than Lowe's then? Isn't Lowe's basically that also? I want to say Lowe's doesn't have as much lumber. Menards is like Home Depot but cheaper and with grocery deals. So it's like Home Depot with groceries. That's cool. We should have Menards. I would go there more often. I would go to Home Depot more if it also had groceries. Home Depot, Lowe's, and that other lumberyard Menards. Oh, okay. I wish Styles were a typo. I didn't know it was Styles. I didn't say it was a typo. I said you spelled it wrong. Mix of Canadian Tire and Home Depot, except with groceries. Because Canadian Tire doesn't have groceries. It's got like peanuts and chocolate bars and shit like up at the front counters, but we have Lowe's here, but not nearly in as big a numbers as Home Depot. There's a Home Depot in every community that's bigger than like 15,000 people, it seems. But Lowe's is kind of like Nanaimo has one, but they have like 80,000 people. Lowe's simply more limited by region. It has spread, but Menards is where population center of eastern U.S. is, from New York to Chicago. Okay. The grocery is limited, like 6 short aisles. That's not how you spell aisles in that case either, but I still 6 grocery aisles in a Home Depot. I would buy my groceries there. Probably. If it was also a good price and decent value and decent groceries, keep me from going across to Walmart, sure. Yeah, I'm in. Sign me up. Holy cow, what a Lowe's up there. They really spread recently. There's been a Lowe's in Nanaimo for at least 15 years. Maybe Menards has 6 short islands of groceries. It's possible. It's possible that they do. Yeah, and then in which case it would have been spelled correctly. All the good snacks. Oh, it's just snack groceries. So it's like chips and stuff. They got soup and like pasta and like they got actual food or no? They got cheese. They got a refrigeration section where they got cheese and coffee creamer and stuff. Because if I could get bandsaw blades and cheese in the same place, and meat, do they have any meat? They got if they got bacon, cheese, and bandsaw blades. I've always struggled to remember aliens. Ales. I'm just gonna keep watching you try. This is good. I like this. This sounds like what our Kmart used to be. It's like having 7-Eleven in the front of a Canadian Tire. Except with lumber, though, also. We never did, there was no Kmart that had aisles. Or that now I got aisles. We're rocking around over. You have to give the edge to Chris Pennell for funniest here tonight. No, that's still me. Still funniest. A convenience store that sells lumber is a comment I found when I Googled Menards grocery. Okay, I like that. Or a lumber yard that has a little convenience store in one section of it. Aisles. Aisles. I loved watching you guys try to find it. Oh, let's find out who's top fan. Oh, Chris from Null. Chris from Null is winning top fan tonight. Look at that. I mean, I wouldn't poke fun at a guy who's 6'2" and has the moniker Fearsome Warrior, but that's me. But we also just got done not that long ago talking about how he went on Wizards of Waverly Place excursions to meet his friends from their fan club. So Wizards of Waverly. Did know it started with an A. You did. Feel like that's World of Warcraft. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I feel like even if it is, still not that intimidating. But maybe that's just me. Really love explaining Menards and Fleet Farm to everyone. but Axemen is the best store ever. Axemen. Oh, okay. I'm probably not going to. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably, even if I remember that you said to do that, I probably won't. And chances are not good that I'm going to remember that you said to do that. I could lie to you and say that as soon as I'm done with the show, that's what I'm going to go do. But I would be lying to you. Oh, it is. My character always has a warrior named Fearsome. Warlord Fearsome, or Fearsome the Bloodthirsty, or Fearsome of Waverly Place. like Harry Potter in the States. I don't even know. Wasn't it? Isn't that what it is? The Wizards? I've never watched it. Wasn't it like a Disney with teenagers who were in high school and it was like a high school wizard thing? Gonna go try and get some sleep. All right, later, man. We're probably just about wrapping up here too, so I'm having fun, but I want another one of them Cokes. I guess I'll have. And I'll just have a Fresca. Hashtag not sponsored. I visited Axemen for the first time when I was around 19 in 2001. Holy cow, what a trip. Across from a strip mall there off University Avenue. Not a great story. C- of a story. During the show, you could take notes of things you want to follow up on. It's true. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have like a piece of paper that I jot down information on. I don't right now. Is it University Ave or College Ave? Oh, depends whether or not they issued postdocs or if they have master's degrees, or I don't know. Or, I mean, what would you call it if it was King's University College or whatever it is? University of King's College, Hampshire. I guess it would be College University Avenue. And you'd sit on the Chesterfields and drink your tea like this. While you have your crumpets and your creme fraiche. Save It for Parts channel has tours of the store. I'm going to look it up right after the show. It's only 6.9 kilometers to Walmart to get more Mexican Coca-Cola. It's true. It's true. But I need to go sleeping probably relatively soon. And so I teach Dremel carving tomorrow. And probably have to do a little bit of prep. Probably should bring some more blanks down there. I don't know what I have down there for carving blanks. So should probably prep a few of those tomorrow morning before I go set up for that. The week after, Sunday after this one, I'm teaching my level 2 turning class And then after that class, the lathe swap is happening. So the Laguna's going down there. The Laguna's coming back here. I'm going to leave the Laguna down there until that class happens, and then I'm going to do the swap. So end of September, the Laguna comes back to my shop. The bacon sugar nicotine combo is kicking in hard. No, not really. Just I'm finally nutritionalized. I hadn't eaten today. So now that I'm starting to get some nutrition flowing through the same since he showed the caves down where the zoo monorail is parked. That is a hell of a sentence right there. Since he showed the caves down where the zoo monorail is parked. There, at no time in that sentence do you know what's coming. I want to go to Sandland. Is that just a magical fairy tale place where everything is made out of sand? Bring the ticky lathe to the shop. The used to be ticky lathe is going down to the crow's nest, yeah. Hell yeah, glad you made that decision. Your personal enjoyment, imho. Professionalism, having the Laguna there for classes was a big reason to keep it there too. Yeah, I mean, the additional weight is a benefit. The reason I'm not swapping it before the bowl class is that it handles bowls better than this one, because this one's just lighter. But having to move it in and out of a closet all the time, I want this one. I bet it still goes ticky. You can bet anything you want. You will lose. Please stop now, Panel, or my brain will be saying ticky tacky as I try to sleep. You want me to just keep doing ticky? Because that's what the lathe was doing. It was going ticky as it was spinning because the bearing was gone. I need a lathe to spin to get bingo. Yeah, I figured. There's been tonight of all the September nights is easily the one where somebody could get. Like my guitar is just over there too. Does that help? Cooking. I opened a cabinet. I didn't take a plane off the wall. I didn't do any actual woodworking. There's a cooking segment. There's some band shirt. Does that help? There's a band shirt. You did take a plane off the wall. I did take a plane off the wall. Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh. Too bad that lathe ain't spinning, hey? I even thought about it because I got it all cleaned up over there and I've got some like started things. I was going to finish a bowl tonight, actually. I've got the outside of a couple of bowls done from down at Arts Fest. You made the sound a panhead Harley makes. No, that's different. That goes. That's different. You play guitar and talk about your shitty hair. The bingo cards are a little weird. Yeah. In case you guys don't know what he's talking about, the people on Patreon get bingo cards, and if they get a line, then they win their Patreon membership. And there's a bunch of weird shit in there. But we are at over 2.5 hours. I feel like we can get her wrapped up. Next Saturday, I am fine to do next Saturday. Yep. As far as I know. So maybe a midweek show, maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday show, because I do want to get some things going on the lathe. I always wait too long for Christmas stuff. And I always tell myself I'm not going to. So spinning some things on the show may force me to do that. So maybe like a Tuesday or Wednesday this week, we'll do some spinning of maybe some snowmen or some trees or something, just to get those juices going in terms of like starting that momentum for making Christmas market stuff. Thanks for the fun night. Glad I subscribed. We're glad to have you. You seem okay. I think it's funny that you live just down the street from Matt. Because the world is a weird place, and it's big and small and big. And going forth into your week, I want you to be kind to each other and be kind to yourselves. Treat people around you with respect and kindness, and try to find some joy in something small or big or whatever. So feel some appreciation and some gratitude. And yeah, hopefully you have a good week, and I'll see you again either in the middle of the week or for sure next Saturday. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. Leonard Skinner is playing in Halifax this week. Are you going? I don't know if I would go. I probably wouldn't go. It would depend on the cost of the ticket, but going to be pure evil and chaos this coming week. Why? Because I told you not to, and you're like, I'm a grown up. I can do what I want. You're going to be like a defiant toddler instead. Bye, everybody. Marv's going to go be a defiant toddler. But that's okay. He's a grown-up. He can do that. That's the advantage of being an adult. Bye.